Captain, we're being held by the Farragut.
On speakers.
Donnelly. Donnelly!
Well, what a surprise. Jack Carter.
It's over.
Over? How can it be over? You have one ship. I have an armada. The rift is open, and it's stabilizing. And in a few short minutes, the invasion of your Federation will begin.
We're closing the rift, Captain. You lose.
Almost there, 90%.
Torpedo armed and ready.
This ends now.
So you'll destroy that ship even with your own man aboard?
Transporter room.
Henry's still down there.
Get him back.
We can't.
I think surrender terms are in order.
Mr. Weston, you're relieved.
Enough with the dramatics. Let's just make this as clean and painless as possible.
Mr. Prescott.
Prescott here, Captain.
I've killed you before. I don't mind doing it again.
It's been an honor serving with you.
Get up, Federation!
Never.
Call me Federation!
So in 2005, when John came up to me with the idea of Starship Farragut, we decided we wanted to make some characters for the show that fit into the Star Trek universe, but weren't just mimicking the characters that were out there. So we came up with the idea of creating one of the characters to be this chief of security. And John had said that he almost liked the idea of this character being like Patton. You know, he's very just thing. And then we talked about that, and it didn't seem like it kind of filled the mold all completely. And then John said, what if there's a little bit of Tackleberry from Police Academy in there? A guy that's just wound. He's just wound so tight. And what we came up with the character for Prescott was a guy who really is, he's so disciplined and so organized that he is wound up like a Watt spring. But what he has is control. So Evil Prescott is the same guy. In essence, he really is the same person. And he's wound just as tight. The difference is there's no off switch. Evil Prescott is a megalomaniac because there's nothing to stop that tension within him from coming out. It comes out 100% all the time. That's just who he is. So, you know, originally we were looking at doing Farragut Forward 5 years ago. And then John just decided to go table the project for a while to kind of get a breather, get ourselves recentered, refocused on what we really wanted to do with this. So, you know, the question would be, when we came back to it, we had some time to think about things. We had some time to develop and craft some new ideas. So is this version of Evil Prescott the same as the Evil Prescott we might have seen 5 years ago? The answer is probably no. In the case of Evil Prescott, because we didn't see a lot of them before, it actually gave us the time to develop a backstory. You know, what happened to this character for this extended period of time? What did he go through? What kind of things happened to him that make him into the person he is now? So I think that we're actually looking at a more dynamic version of the character because we took that 5-year break. It gave us the opportunity to come up with some new ideas. I know that what we're looking at for this film is nothing like the original draft of the story that I was doing for a Farragut Forward movie, which was going to be this giant epic revenge story. Was going to be just this colossal thing, and I think it may have been too much. I think the break gave us an opportunity to really improve on the characters, improve on the story, but mostly for me to create something about who this guy was. And it wasn't something, I played him on screen for a couple minutes in total, and to really take the opportunity to get to know who he was and to kind of go into his little evil mind and see what kind of trouble we could get him into. And I think, judging by what we've seen so far, it's going to be quite successful. Yes, this is a story about vengeance. This is a story about this is probably a lot more of a Captain Ahab story, but from the point of view if Ahab was evil. So imagine Ahab's evil and the whale was a nice guy. And this is kind of that. This is a person so focused on vengeance and so focused on anything else that there is nothing else to his universe. There is nothing about it. Everything he has is about it. He thinks things through. He plans. He organizes. He is charismatic and drawing people to him. These are all things that make him this very, very evil character that almost makes someone like Khan kind of like more of an opportunist. Khan had the opportunity to take revenge and he took it and did a heck of a job. Whereas Prescott's been building this. He's been creating this scenario. So it's a more twisted level of vengeance, if you will. I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but it's a more twisted and dark kind of vengeance that someone would literally dedicate a quarter of their life to just getting even. And that's what he does.